Hello and welcome to How To Tuesday number 23, how to make a quick watermark in Photoshop. So we're going to go into Photoshop right now and I'm going to show you how to make a quick watermark by using the Define Pattern and Define Brush Preset buttons right here. So I'm going to show you two different ways. The first way is to make a watermark out of your logo. So let's go to Open Recent. I'm just going to open this banner logo that I've had for a little while, and I want to make a watermark out of this, but I don't want to make it out of the whole thing. So what I want to do is crop to the part that I want. I just want to make Zach Smith Photography my logo. So I'm going to crop to the part that I want. I'm going to go over to Edit, Define Pattern. What Photoshop is doing, it's defining the pattern that is your logo. It's seeing the lines, it's seeing the curves and pixels, and it's defining it. So let's call this Zach Smith Photography Logo 2, just because I've had a couple already in preparing for this lesson. So as we have that, we can go over to our brush preset and define brush preset. Let's call this Zach Smith Photography 2 and OK that. And as you see, this little hologram thing will pop out, and that's it. So what we can do, close this out. We don't need to save what we've done to our logo. Let's go open a recent file. Let's go open the Goldman Thibodeau file. This is an image that I've had prepared for a show that's opening this weekend, and I wanted to do a blog post about it, but I didn't want to put the image out there on the internet without my watermark. So I can go over to my brush. So in the Photoshop tool set right here, you have your brushes. If you go up to this upper left corner, you can see all of your brushes here. You have different brush tips, different opacities, different size and hardness that you can change. But all the way down, you have your different logos and watermarks that you've made with your brush presets. And here's a few I've already made. I've made one with my Louisiana Muse. Made one with my Zach Smith Photography logo. And here's that last watermark I've made here. So as we bring it over to the main screen, you notice that it's very small. With our parentheses button, which is right below the delete button, we can make that larger or smaller. So if we go ahead and click anywhere on the screen, there's our logo. We can do a bunch of things to this logo. So let's do Command Z and go up here to the flow. Let's bring it to, let's see, 30% right here, and click it again. If you notice, it barely shows up. So if you want to create a light watermark and place it exactly where you want it to, that's how you do that. So Command Z to get rid of that, or we could bring it the entire size of the image by just holding down that parentheses button, clicking it once, and having it just go opaque right over the image. This is a tactic that you want to do when you're sending a group or a batch of files over to a client for preview. Maybe they're looking at images to select them, and you might not have worked with the client before, and you don't 100% trust that they will keep your images safe. This is a great way to make sure they don't do anything with the images. So if we do Apple Z here, what I love about this watermark right here is you can change the color. If we go over to our color swatches right here and flip this button, now our watermark will be white. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the flow back up, make my watermark smaller, put it right in that the little water trough right there. It kind of looks perfect. And there we go. So as you see, the image is pretty high right here, so maybe I can just lower the image a little bit. It's going to go on my blog, so a pixel width of 600 by 400 is more than enough for Squarespace. So there we have that tactic on creating a watermark out of a pre-existing logo. So let's close out of this and start a logo from scratch. So this would be something where you would type in your signature using a certain font. So let's go File, New, and I've created a custom file here already with a pixel width of 800 and height of 200, resolution 300, RGB color, transparent background. Let's OK that. Go over to the Type tool, and it doesn't matter what font you have in there, we just want to go ahead and type something. So what I'm going to do here is the Alt-G button. Well, we can't see that because it's white, so let's go over here. The Alt-G button is the copyright, Zach Smith Photography. Let's bring it over to the main screen. Let's have that fit our box here in proportion. Okay, there we go. So let's say we didn't like that font, so, well, let's go change it. Highlight the font, double click your font selection up here, and just scroll through by using the down arrows. Whoa. Okay, we want to find something that works with our brand and our marketing so it's recognizable across all platforms. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose this one right here. Looks like it fits the panel, and we're going to do the same thing that we did earlier. Define pattern, ZSP, copyright, and go back to that define brush preset. This would be the, let's call it the ZSP copyright. And let's open up Goldman again, open recent, go back to our brush, and it's the last brush preset we made. And as we scroll bigger with our parentheses, there it is. Same rules apply. The flow 100%, the color being black, you can actually click the color and add any color that you'd like for it. So that is my quick how to make a watermark in Photoshop tips and techniques. I hope you join me for next week on How To Tuesday. And that is all I have right there. And the image you see here is the new Battlefield Oak that is featured right now in my store. Go check it out, zachsmith.com/store.